Hello guys, this is the Retro Gamer 06. How's everyone doing today? Back for some more of The Witcher 2. Now, where I left off in the last video, okay, I was in the sewers. Well, when I ended that video, there was actually a corpse, excuse me, a corpse up ahead that I didn't discover. I mean, I did remember it, but I forgot that it was there. And apparently it updated the quest Mystic River. As you can see, it says find a smith who is also a sorcerer and have him make red armor. So y'all remember we started this quest way back in chapter 1. So yeah, I totally forgot about this quest. So we're gonna finish it. I've already got the ingredients. I've got the money. It costs 2,000 orange to make this armor, and it's this guy right here. Okay, so if you go down, yeah, here it is. See how much it costs? 2,000, and I've already got all the stuff for it. So let's create it. There we go. And now that quest is complete. So look at there. So now our outfit is complete. Very cool, huh? Now, of course, if you miss the Mystic Quest, like say you forgot to activate it in Chapter 1, the Drog Armor is still pretty good for the end game. If you haven't seen the beginning of my video, for those who haven't watched my earlier videos, the way to trigger the Mystic Quest is there's like a abandoned ship in the marshes. I think it's where you fight the Karen. And there's a chest there where you can activate this quest. So we're gonna go ahead and enhance it. I don't know how I did that. There we go. Jeez Louise. Okay, so let's look at it now. Look at that. Very nice. Look at the stats on this thing. Very cool. Now the only thing, if you look at the drug armor, it's got higher vitality, 65, but we don't have 55, but that's fine. So, as you can see, they're both good armor, the drug or red armor. So, anyway, we're gonna do in today's video, we're gonna do. Yeah, see, we completed it. Lilies and Vipers, so let's do that right now. But yeah, we're almost done with the game, guys. Maybe one more video, but I'm not for sure. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Leave a like if you're enjoying the series. We're not gonna talk to him just yet. I mean, I don't think it matters who we talk to first. So right now we're trying to figure out what happened to both of his children.
I believe there's been a misunderstanding, my lord.
Get out before I call my guards.
And what might I convey?
Nothing.
Baron, sir, you gave your word.
For the last time, out! Tend to this matter.
Baron Raven and Kimbold, I presume.
Does that Witcher's code of yours exempt you from court etiquette? Does it grant you the right to speak to the Highborn without being asked to do so?
I guess I don't need to introduce myself.
Oh no. I know who you are. Geralt of Rivia. Foltest's other favorite hound alongside Roach. Not purebred. They say you bring trouble wherever you appear.
They're gonna re-establish the Conclave. Didn't expect so many Temerians to show up for the ceremony.
We're not here for some magic pomp and circumstance. This is about celebrating a new order in the Northern Kingdoms.
Is that so?
Your kind doesn't understand this yet, but your life is about to change. Forever.
My kind.
Wanderers and scoundrels. People, and I use the term loosely, without loyalty or country. People for whom coin is the law and everything's for sale.
What'll happen to Temeria?
Is that a note of nostalgia I hear in your voice? Remembering your service under Foltest, or recalling some romp in the sack with the royal advisor? Whichever it may be, spare me your courtesy. You don't care a lick about my country.
I know what I care about. That's why I asked.
Understand this. I'm talking to you only out of respect for Foltest, out of remembrance for him.
Haven't seen much evidence of that remembrance, aside from the rewards on my head.
They'd have hanged you if not for the testimony of little Anais.
So the girl finally talked.
Whoever that monk was, to me, he was just like you.
I didn't kill Foltest. That's just one of the things that makes us different.
Really? What else? Honor? Principles?
I'm a witcher. I don't kill humans for coin.
Are you certain it's not just a question of price? Tell me, Geralt. What were you doing at Foltest's side that unfortunate day?
I don't think it matters, so...
I was doing the right thing. You wouldn't ask that question if I was an ordinary soldier.
But you're not. You're not a soldier. You're not even a Temerian. You're a paid thug. Even if you refuse to acknowledge it. That murky set of principles, values call them. You cast them in the nearest corner when the price is right.
I'm not for sale.
I'm not talking about coin, Witcher. As a freak, you want what you're most often denied. Camaraderie, respect, love. It is for those things that you scale walls and murder innocents. That is your price.
They say there are no innocents at war.
Indeed. At war, there is but the cause you fight for, a higher calling. Though they also say war is a refuge for the cursed, an asylum for those stripped of heart and soul.
A higher calling. Beautiful concept. Except I remember the knights who stormed Lavalette Castle. Highborn men fighting atop high walls. They were out to kill for fame, fortune, and pure enjoyment. I was also at Vergen, where simple soldiers went into battle clutching false relics to their breast, knowing that death awaited them if they deserted.
They owed it to their king.
If there's one thing I love about being a witcher, is that I never have to draw my sword on someone else's command.
I tire of this discussion, Witcher. Get to the point or leave.
Who was that thug I passed in the doorway?
He's of no concern to you.
People like him sometimes do stupid things.
Did I ask for your opinion on the matter?
The convoy carrying Anais and Busi was ambushed. Why?
I'd like to know that myself.
I've seen your letter to Horst Lubbock, the one in which you ordered him to abandon the planned route.
Nonsense! I sent no such letter.
The letter bears your seal and signature, Baron.
Where is it?
I have it.
Show me.
I need you to promise
What?
that I'll get the letter back.
I tire of your tone, Witcher. Damn. So be it. I pledge to return the letter to you. I merely want to see this original with my own eyes. It is my seal, but the hand is forged, sloppily.
Words come cheap, Baron. I'm finding it hard to believe you.
I care little for what you believe. We're dealing with a forgery. Whoever is behind this has crossed a Temerian noble, and will be duly punished. A scribe will test the letter and confirm what I claim.
All right. I'll see what this scribe has to say.
There are objective means of examining the letter's authenticity. I promise to pay you well for learning the truth.
The truth does taste better when payment's involved.
Okay, so
Kingslayer.
yeah, going the right way. Hang on.
Water quenches lime.
Drunkard
Like
bard.
Beer
Won't get anything out of
quenches
him.
thirst.
Maybe there's something about testing letters in his notes.
Lights.
So, record of Arian Lavallette's interrogation. Upon completing the initial procedure to begin the interrogation proper, Arian Lavalette has informed of the tools which will be used. His answer, being vulgar and unworthy of a highborn man, was not recorded. Then the unkind master began to brand him with a hot iron. I proceeded to ask him my Lord Bear's questions. Unfortunately, he came upon a wall of resistance, and the subject's answers were full of filth that shed no light of the issues at hand. The unkind master then reached for another tool, and after it was applied to begin to ask my Lord Bear's questions anew. Walking Pile Bailiff? I think it's how you pronounce his name. Okay. So notes scribbled on alchemy active paper. I ask kind, my good lord, my summons, my chore, my good lord, heed it keenly, my good. Invisible ink. Those wishing to conceal the true contents of their missives from third parties often resort to painting their letters with invisible ink. A message set down in this manner becomes visible only when the document is treated with the substance that reveals the writing. Some use invisible ink as a dye, soaking entire pages instead of using it to write. The recipient of the message thus treated can confirm its authenticity by applying a substance that will turn the page a specific color, usually blue. So remember that. Same thing. Yeah, it looks like it, don't it? Yeah.
Calling me sauced. Nah.
Okay, so through the
Beer
order,
mind like a form.
same thing maybe? Okay, here it is. Formula for confirming the authenticity of correspondence. The pages have been soaked in something that will turn blue when treated with the activator. The activator's composition must be kept secret, but I offer it here in the encrypted form of a reminder. So, light quench, crap, rents. Thus you will the facts invents to read the truth by life before guano into urine transform. So that gives you a hint on how to do this. So,
According to the scribe's notes, if this is Kimbold's letter, the paper it's written on was treated with an invisible dye. An activator should bring out the dye, turning the paper blue. Now for the activator's formula. Better try it on some drafts first.
I already have it. I've already written it down, so let's just do the real. Yeah, here you can practice, in case you mess up. But I already know the order, so let's do it.
I need to make the substance that will bring out the dye and apply it to the letter.
What you want to do is burnt lime. Add burnt lime to the flask.
A little burnt lime.
And then you want to add water.
A bit of water.
And then you want to add guano.
Everything's better with a dash of bird guano.
And then you want to I want to say it's this one.
Wait for it to dissolve. Smells like piss, but it worked. The sheet's orange, not blue. The letter's fake. Kimbold had nothing to do with this.
Young alchemist, do as you order. I dash it to water.
I don't know if I
Water
did that
quenches
right. Let me,
life
hang on guys, I'm gonna
like
redo
beer.
that.
The sheet's
Okay, so
orange,
I
not blue.
replayed it, and
The
yes,
letter's
it is
fake.
correct. It is
Kimbold
supposed to
had
be
nothing to
fake.
do with this.
So I was on the right track. That was my bad. So now go back and talk to Campbell. Okay.
It's you!
You were right, Baron. The letter's forged.
Of course I was right. I would never seek to hurt Boosie. Bastard or not, he is still a child. Your payment, Witcher. I want you to look into another matter.
What would it involve?
Count Linus Maravel. You've heard the name?
Young, capable, handsome.
Yes. Yes, all that and more. And he's ambitious to a fault. Right after the Temerian delegation arrived in Lochween, his people began visiting the Nilfgaardian camp regularly.
Are you suggesting Maravel's a traitor?
We are all entitled to communicate with the ambassador without chagrin and openly, as court and diplomatic protocols allow. Yet the Count's multiple messengers, the letters traveling to and fro, it reminds me more of a complicated courtship.
You're curious to know the content of those letters.
I want you to learn the Count's plans. The man would sell his mother to please the Emperor. Find out what Maravel's messenger is carrying. If treason is involved, you must alert John Natalis. You will be generously rewarded, I assure you.
How do I locate this messenger?
Look for my man Aldrich by the fountain here in the camp. He'll point the mage out to you.
You need a witcher to do this?
Do not underestimate Count Maravel. He does not employ common scoundrels, and I don't intend to either. Hieronymus Lash. Sound familiar?
A pretentious, invented name. Belongs to a bard or a mummer, I'd say. But you wouldn't need my help with either of those, so I'll venture a guess. Maravel entrusts his correspondence to a mage.
I knew you were suited to this task. The magic barrier placed over the city mutes all forms of high magic, preventing Lash from contacting Shillard remotely. He nevertheless remains dangerous. During the times of the previous conclave, I believe he was caught practicing black magic. He faced execution, but that louse Maravel saved him.
All right, I'll look into it.
My lord, we know where they are. What are your orders?
Okay.
Bloody wonderful day. Assemble your men and resolve this once and for all.
Alright.
Slayer.
So let's meet this messenger.
Master Witcher,
What do you want?
my lord, the Right Honourable Count Maravel requests the pleasure of your company. He says it's urgent.
Seems like everything is these days. Tell the Count I'll think about it.
Alright, let's talk to the Count. Let me save it just in case.
Gather your gear. We're off to hunt.
Slayer.
Okay, here he is.
Ah, Geralt of Rivia, I am delighted to see you among the living and the free.
Are you serious, Count?
Such an injustice to lock you up without so much as a hearing. And then the beatings, the torture. It's barbaric, I tell you. Based on pure prejudice, the presumption of guilt.
Actually, if I'd seen what they saw.
But alas, such is my homeland, filled with fear and thus ruthless, cold as stone, dark and severe in aura and mindset.
I suppose there's some truth to that.
A response at once cautious and reasonable. Admirable qualities in and of themselves, positively required in your profession.
If you say so. I've got to say you stand out, Count.
I'm flattered, I suppose, but what specifically do you mean?
I haven't quite put my finger on it, but take a look around. Would you say you resemble your countrymen?
I thank the gods I do not. It is because I love my homeland that I am the first to note its faults, and they are many.
Care to elaborate?
Hypocrisy, superstition, lack of learning. Need I go on?
If you wouldn't mind.
Take you witches, for instance. The gods know we suffer a plague of beasts. Pre-conjunction, post-conjunction, magically bred and sprung from rotting marshes and the dark abysses of our land.
No such thing as pre-conjunction creatures.
You bite unnecessarily. We have but one remedy for this plague, dwindling in numbers as it may be. Yet it is a remedy we revile. You are shunned, spat upon, turned away on stormy nights. Would you say this is reasonable?
It's the way of things.
Spoken like a true representative of a dying species.
What brings you to Loch Muin?
Concern for my country, Witcher, and an express and somewhat surprising request from Constable Natalis.
Surprising. How so?
Surely you jest, Witcher? Truth be told, few could marshal loyal forces matching mine on such short order, Baron Kimbold excepted. Yet, though I very much held Foltest's trust, I cannot say that many of my Temerian peers feel the same way.
Why do you suppose that is?
They resent me. I share neither their customs nor their beliefs.
What's so urgent, Count?
Etiquette is not your enemy, Witcher. It would not hurt you to embrace it at times. In any case, I could not help noticing you circulating in and out of Baron Kimbold's quarters. Yet I wonder if you are fully aware of the kind of man you serve.
What do you mean?
He cuts a fine figure, doesn't he? The heavy cloak, the silver mane, the booming voice. Yet our worthy Baron is hardly the saint he makes himself out to be.
A lot of that going around recently.
I am in possession of certain information that might interest you.
Mm-hmm. And you want to share it because...
We come from different worlds, Witcher. On the surface, we are as unlike as wraiths and wyverns. Yet, no matter our preferences, culinary, political, erotic, ultimately we both are interested in and tirelessly seek one and the same thing: the truth.
You can talk, Count. I'll grant you that. But I'm not convinced you can be trusted. Baron Kimbold also offered me the chance to learn a certain truth. I don't think I need to say who about.
And you are certain that Kimbold can be trusted?
So far, all the Baron's words have proved true.
Well, then I merely ask that you verify mine. You are not the sole person to have repeatedly visited our kind-hearted Baron recently.
Doesn't seem strange to me, given the time and the place.
He has also had some more troublesome callers, blackmailers to be specific. Now, I'm not handing down any verdicts. Perhaps the Baron has some personal problems, in which case I would very much like to help him.
Get to the point, Count.
My people have learned where these blackmailers are encamped. I assume Baron Kimbold has not been sitting on his hands and has also dispatched his huntsman to find them. A horrible man.
I know who you mean. Ran into him in Kimbold's quarters.
Then you must also know that if you do not make haste, nothing will be left of our blackmailers, save some rotting corpses. I shall show you where they have their camp, and I merely ask that you learn what is at issue. Naturally, you can count on my gratitude, though we both know that is not the greatest reward.
I can't promise you anything, Count, but I'll think about it. Farewell.
Okay, so trying to think where. I think I know where it's at. Hang on. You know that big guy that Campbell was talking to? We gotta find him. I think he's over by the mediator section. Okay. Right here, yeah, here they are.
What do you want?
I saw you talking to Kimbold.
I'm free to go where I please and talk to whoever I please.
Couldn't agree more. Now you're here and you'll talk to me. I'm interested in the Baron.
I've naught to say to you.
Not good, because I need to know everything you know about him.
Baron Kimbold sends his regards.
Oh, just what we needed.
Leave us, Witcher.
Since when does a Witcher take orders from a huntsman?
Since that Witcher stopped hunting monsters and started poking his nose into others' affairs.
Sometimes the stench is so strong you can't help but catch a whiff.
Aye, well spoken. You've some common stinking thugs here, and I'm to teach them some humility.
A ponce like you? Pucker up and kiss my arse, you fucking tulip.
Let's help them out.
These folk have nothing to say to you, understand?
I'll be the judge of that.
Lend us a hand, Witcher. You'll not regret it.
I'll need to know everything about Kimbold.
God, this is shit! Enough of your jabbering! Kill them all! I've seen anything like that in my life!
Thanks, Witcher. We'd be corpses if not for you.
Yeah, seems likely. Now don't make me regret helping you.
You're welcome to all we know about Kimball.
I'm all ears.
We came here to collect our fee, me and me brothers, for a favour we did the Baron.
What did you do for him?
Spent 4 days in a forest, sitting on our asses.
Baron Kimbold wanted to pay you for that?
Course not. We was to destroy some wagons in a caravan that was to pass through Millville. Problem is, caravan never came round.
I can see why you're having trouble collecting.
Kimball had shite information. How is that our fault? That bugger lost us a right lot of time. And you know what they say, time is coin.
What exactly were your orders?
We was to watch the high road for a caravan carrying nobles. 2 coloured wagons and a small escort. The wagons, they was ours. All inside was to perish.
Any idea who was supposed to be in the wagons?
2 high-born young'uns and their nannies. That's all the Baron told us.
Willing to tell Natalis all this?
I'm to fess up. They draw and quarter me.
You didn't do anything. Took a job, that's it. They can't prove you actually wanted to complete it. If you refuse, Kimbold wins. He'll squirm his way out of this, but it won't end there. The Baron's got gold enough to hunt you till he hunts you down.
Not likely. I'll see them tear stripes off his back with hot pincers. All right, I'll talk to Natalis.
Okay. Short store, now we're good. So now we gotta find out what happened to Boosie and Ais. Now I do remember this quest.
Which,
If I'm mistaken, they're both guilty. But let me save it, just in case I mess up. Let's talk to him again.
Does the name Brigida Papabrock ring any bells?
Rings bells, sets off whistles. Why? I believe my loins have grown warm. Touch my plums, touch my plums.
Excuse me.
Fruit, Witcher, especially fruit of the south. Tender, juicy, soft on the exterior. That's what I think of when you mention Dame Brigida. The woman is positively obsessed.
I was hoping for a straighter answer.
A man of your experience surely understands what I mean.
So you admit you know her well?
I know her, I have known her, and I expect I yet will, and I'm not alone in that. Though, mind you, I admire the woman. Her kind of ambition is rare among both genders.
Ever taken advantage of that? Ever asked her to run errands for you?
One must be careful with the ambitious. They are almost always running their own errands. Asking them to do yours simply invites them to use you. Baron Kimbolt learned that the hard way. But why ask me about the lass, here and now of all times and places? Surely, given your close allegiance and, no doubt, many a shared drinking binge, Commander Roach has told you all.
Commander Roach can be strangely discreet. What do you know?
I'm hardly one to tell another man's secrets.
Indulge me.
If you must know, the rascal Roach rogered our dear Brigida just before he passed her off onto me, among others, with a purpose in mind, I suspect.
You'll be interested to hear what you had to say.
My, aren't we dutiful?
Brigida used Baron Kimbolt?
Continues to, I surmise.
To what end?
You cannot expect me to answer every little query that pops into your mind, Witcher.
I found the Baron's blackmailers.
And? Did Kimbolt knock up a peasant girl, a healthy one at least?
Unfortunately, it's a national matter, not a personal one.
May I know its essence? As a statesman, matters pertaining to Temeria are of the utmost concern to me.
It looks like Kimbolt hired this group to murder Anais and Busi.
Thank the gods they were only half successful.
This group didn't kill anyone. The convoy carrying Foltest's children changed course. It never arrived where our blackmailers were waiting.
I know the Baron. He approaches things comprehensively. He must have enlisted a second group, which accomplished the terrible deed.
Whichever way you cut it, Kimbolt's a traitor, pure and simple.
Oh my, must have hit the old man pretty hard.
The Baron doesn't know yet.
What are you waiting for, Witcher? Make haste. You must deliver the evidence to the Interrex.
Actually, I was hoping you'd do that. I need to tend to some other matters.
Knowing the constable, I fear he would look upon any accusation I made with distaste. He could very well assume I was merely trying to subvert a natural rival. He might see the evidence as doubtful, even fabricated. But we cannot allow a traitor to play an important role during the summit.
Yeah, I guess we can't.
Besides, to witness the fall of the honorable Baron Kimbolt, I don't know if I could bear it.
I gotta admit, Count, your clearly feigned concern for Kimbolt, well, it makes me wonder.
Yes, I suppose it must. Goodbye, Witcher.
Farewell, Count.
Okay, so now we could go ahead and accuse Campbell, but like I said, I think they're both guilty, so let's keep investigating. I thought there was a guy we can
I'll get you.
talk to, but hang on. Yeah, the messenger. There he is.
Aldrich, Baron Kimbolt said you'd point Hieronymus Lash out to me.
Perfect timing. Come with me.
Let's follow this guy.
Where's Lash?
Patience, mate. They should be here any minute. Look, there. I've done my bit. Up to you now.
you've got a tail. Stop him.
Stop there, White One.
What if I don't?
Then I'll fucking help you!
I'd like to see you try.
Consider it done! On the tennis!
Wrong source. So hang on. It's a glitch. Yeah, it looks like it.
That's the one. Kill him.
Oh, there he is. That was weird. I've never seen that glitch before. Okay. There we go. Yeah, I think it's one of the gargoyle ruins. It's where we gotta fight this mage.
Enough! You shall die. Here and now.
There we got him. That's how you do it. I remember the first time I played it, I struggled with that. Okay, nice. So let's see what this has to say. Clawer to trap, okay. So marvelous letter to Sheila Fitz Osterlin. Your Excellency, I am happy to report that Anais, Bolton's bastard daughter, has been handed over to the K-Wing in Your Excellency's name. As per our agreement, the girl is now under the Sorcerer Desimont's care, and he appears to be more than pleased with the gift. I trust that since I have concluded my end of the matter, I can now expect swift closure thereof on Your Excellency's part. Sadly, not all went as planned. Both his bastard son, Boosie, perished through a series of unfortunate coincidences. Yet, when dealing with such complex situations rife with unforeseen circumstances, one must be prepared to risk certain losses. I mourn for the lad, yet I trust Your Excellency will see the advantages of this turn of events. Besides, can one really expect to cheat fate? Your Excellency's faithful servant, Count Marivelle. Well, well, well. So you see what I mean? They're both guilty. So I think we have enough evidence. Now we just gotta speak to Natalis. Yeah, I remember when I first played this game, I only accused one of them. I didn't know that both of them were guilty. I mean, I didn't really pay attention my first time playing this game. So gonna save it just in case.
Uh-oh.
Roach may trust you, but I'm not so sure. What do you want?
Representatives of the Council of Regents. Did any come with you?
Only Baron Kimbolt and Count Maravel. The other 5 remain in Vizima. It seems that save Baron Orval, most spend their time trying to devise a way to undermine Anais' claim to the throne.
Kimbolt and Maravel. What's their stance?
Well, they've taken opposing positions, as one might expect. The Baron believes Anais' origin, if you will, stands in the way of her taking the throne, though it's common knowledge that he would simply prefer to seat himself on it. Whereas Maravel has said that Foltest's children have his full support. He stated this in Vizima before the entire council. One thing is certain, words come cheap. Those two may change their minds in a flash if Anais is found and recovered.
Impressive summit, but not all the players have their representatives here.
The most important do. The mages thought about inviting everyone, but time is short.
What about Edirn? It's a huge country.
Torn by conflict and rebellion with no clear ruler. They're not to be taken seriously at this point.
Sounds like the Kedweni point of view. The Edirnians see it differently, I'm sure. The mages will want to get as much as they can out of this summit, and monarchs don't generally like others dictating terms. This may end in a row.
There will be no row. The mages now rely on the mercy of the northern kingdoms.
The amphitheater itself is also protected by an anti-magic shield, like the one used at Thanid.
The times of mage impunity are gone. They will be shown their place.
There's a traitor among the Temerians.
Careful, Witcher. You'd better have evidence if you plan to accuse someone of treason.
Busi and Anais.
Yes?
So here you can pick either one or both. Obviously, I would pick both because they're both guilty.
Count Maravel outright betrayed Temeria, while Baron Kimbolt planned to murder Foltest's children.
Those are serious charges.
Kimbolt hired some thugs to do the wet work for him. I found them, and one's ready to testify. They never got the job done because the convoy carrying the children changed course, only to fall into an ambush set by Maravel. The Count wanted to hand Anais and Busi over to the Nilfgaardians. You'll find the proof in this letter. Busi's death was an accident.
Dark clouds gather over Temeria. I cannot arrest them both. Their contingents are among the largest in Loch Muin, and I cannot risk mutiny by their men. Thank you, Witcher. You did well to bring this matter to my attention. I only hope Baron Kimbolt will agree to stand with me. So you see, Baron, I have learned all, and it makes me sick to think about it. However, you may count yourself fortunate, for we've a greater problem to deal with. You shall provide me with your full support as we arrest Count Maravel.
This plea sounds more like a threat to me, Constable.
It is no plea, it is an order, and yes, a threat. Refuse, and the Council of Regents shall receive ample evidence of your crime, of your wish to slay the children for whom our king gave his life.
What are your terms, Natalis?
Upon returning to Vizima, I shall destroy the evidence against you. Prior to that, however, I expect your unconditional support.
How can I be certain you will do as you pledge?
My word still means something, unlike yours, you lying, rotting son of a whore.
So be it. But heed this, Constable. Do not try to cross me.
And there you have it. That's how you do that quest. Alright, did we get anything? Did we get anything? Yeah, we got metal. So, yeah. So, alright guys, I think I'm going to end today's video. Thank you for watching. Subscribe to our channel if you haven't already. Leave a like. Yeah, we're almost done. Maybe one more, maybe two more. I know I said that last time, but either one more or two more videos, and we should be done with this game. So we're getting very close to the end now. So yeah, thanks for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Take it easy.